tell them right. Lift. Hey.
Present arms.
Was so gallant red glare, noble fasting in air, gave proof for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let today, November 11th, mark the first day of the next 365 in which we say thank you to all the brave and selfless soldiers and their families for protecting our opportunity to live freely in this country. Our veterans have willingly accepted the responsibility to defend democracy and freedom, and I stand here today honored to express my gratitude and the gratitude of our guests. Please join me in taking action to live a life of gratitude, and let us remember, do so beyond the 11th hour of the 11th day on the 11th month. Let us express our gratitude with our actions throughout the year.
Our guest speaker served on the USS Thomas Jefferson, which was one of the very early nuclear submarines in the fleet. I first met our guest speaker, Dennis Katoussis, several years ago, and we quickly became friends, and I learned that he had served on a nuclear submarine during his tour in the United States Navy. The nuclear submarines, for those of you who aren't aware, were actually the biggest deterrent we had to nuclear war during the Cold War era. The Air Force's nuclear fleet was stationary and in land bases, and the Soviets knew where every single missile silo was in the United States. The nuclear submarine, however, carrying 16 or more nuclear missiles, roamed throughout the waters, submerged for months at a time, and thus became our most reliable response in the event of nuclear war, therefore our most reliable deterrent to any nuclear event. So I've asked Dennis to say some words about what it was like to be a submariner during the Cold War. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce my friend, Dennis Katoussis.
I enlisted when I was 17, like it looks like many of you, 17, 18 years old, you were in the military, and was designated as a sub-sailor. And by the time I was 18, I was on my way, destined to the Thomas Jefferson. So on the Jefferson, I spent 7 patrols. Patrols on the Jefferson. The Thomas Jefferson was an FBM, Fleet Ballistic Missile Submarine. 7 patrols, and they were 3 months on, 3 months off. I was in Groton, Connecticut. My station was Groton, Connecticut, but the submarine was in Holy Loch, Scotland. As an FBM, it was fairly comfortable, honestly. There were 6 of us, 12 of us, living in essentially a large walk-in closet. 12 racks stacked with a little alleyway, storage underneath, storage above, storage on the side, storage everywhere. My storage was 3 inches deep, lift my mattress up, and that's what I had. Quite comfortable. Patrols were about 60 days, give or take a day or two. I was allowed to receive familygrams, 5 familygrams a year. 5 notes, 20 words each, and they were filtered. They were transmitted throughout the whole fleet. We had to pick the ones out for the Thomas Jefferson. And 1 babygram that told me my son was born. That's all the communication we had in 60 days or 70 days. My personal experience, I think, is around 72 days maximum under the water. Just in closing, I do appreciate the opportunity to not only speak here, but the opportunity to have served our country in such a manner. for a 17-year-old kid, 18-year-old kid actually going in the Navy, spending 6 years in the Navy and coming out, the memories are, I'm very proud of what I went through and all the other servicemen that served with me. The whole time I was in that submarine, I was thinking, I was trying to comprehend what I was doing. And that is making sure we don't have to fire these missiles. And it was kind of disheartening to know what was going on the outside. Thinking about everyone else out there that actually had to be in the line of fire. It was a great honor to serve. It's a pleasure to have spoken with you. And if anybody has any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me anything you'd like. Good.
U.S. Air Force. U.S. Marine Corps.
We give thanks to you for the courage and sacrifice of the men and women of the armed forces. It has been through their dedication to duty and your bounty that our country has continued to remain free. As we celebrate this particular day of emphasis in our country, we come to realizing that you are the one who has given us the courageous individuals to lead and to serve in our military forces. For that, we are thankful and grateful. Amen.